Now for our feature story of the day, fam. $52 million Bitcoin is the new $1 million Bitcoin. That's right. I'm going to be sharing the latest updates from the one and only Giga Chad, Mikey Saylor. So let's break this baby down, shall we? Bitcoin, the 9th largest asset on planet Earth. Have you ever been to planet Earth? Let me know. Could reach 8-figure price per Bitcoin over the next 20 years based on its inelasticity of its supply, as well as the supply and dominant fiat currencies such as the US dollar, the euro, the yen, and the renminbi. What you know about the renminbi? I used to live in China, so I know all about it. Anyways, Van Eck, which manages nearly $90 billion, predicts the Bitcoin can reach $52,386,207. What a fantastic target. Quoting them here. We expect Bitcoin to be widely used in international trade, becoming a significant medium of exchange and a valuable store of wealth, reads the Van Eck report penned by Matthew Siegel and Patrick Bush. As Bitcoin becomes more useful and valuable, central banks and long-term investors will want to hold more BTC, reducing the amount available in the floating supply. Meanwhile, Mikey Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, who thinks Bitcoin keeps going up forever, Laura, foresees Bitcoin potentially reaching 49 milli per coin over the next 21 years. His base prediction is that Bitcoin will reach 13 million. And if you missed yesterday's pod, that was actually the focus of the pod. We covered that 13 million prediction. Here's what he says. 55% annual reoccurring revenue goes to 50% to 45 to 35 to 25%, argues Mikey Saylor. It'll gradually decelerate until it's growing about twice as fast as the S&P index. And at that rate, Bitcoin is 13 million a coin in the year 2045. Saylor foresees less on the devaluation of fiat currencies and more on Bitcoin's inelastic properties. Bitcoin is the one thing on earth of which nobody can produce more of, he argues. That's right. Bitcoin is the only commodity with true scarcity. There's a finite limited supply of 21 million hard capped, and there's probably 5 or 6 million lost and gone forever, which makes our biddies worth that much more. Meanwhile, gold, relative scarce, but no true scarcity. They can always find more in the earth. Same with silver. And fiat, they print out of thin air. The same as what they'll be doing with the CBDCs, the same as they do with Ethereum. There is an infinite max supply. Only Bitcoin has true scarcity, family. So can it reach 50 million realistically? Let's discuss it. Fiat currencies are losing value, which we're witnessing in real time through inflation, right? And particularly the US dollar, the euro, the GBP, and the yen. This is made clear by the recent gold price action, which just recently hit another all-time high, surpassing 2,600 an ounce. Van Eck cites this fact that issuing nations have become less economically relevant and more fiscally irresponsible. Van Eck believes the trend will persist and accelerate. Moreover, the asset manager notes the seeming erosion of property rights in the U.S. damages the reputation and contributes to the decline in importance of the U.S. dollar. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is the only asset on the planet with perfect inelasticity. You can build more houses, mine more metals, create more stocks or bonds, and print more currency. If a stock increases in price by 10 times, for instance, a company can issue more stock. You can't issue more. You can't mine more Bitcoin. The last Bitcoin will be mined in the year 2140. That's it, folks. I believe already 20 million is circulating, right? So we got another million to mine until the year 2140. So very scarce. Now, Bitcoin's value stems from its inelastic supply. Inelastic in economics means a goods or service with a static quantity. When its price increases, the supply does not also increase, and vice versa. So when the price of Bitcoin, for instance, goes up, the supply remains 21 million. When the price of Bitcoin drops, the supply remains the same, meaning one Bitcoin is always equivalent to one Bitcoin. That same one Bitcoin from 2009, from the Genesis block from January 3rd, still worth one Bitcoin, right? And in 20 years, that one Bitcoin will be worth one Bitcoin. And in the year 2140, when the last Bitcoin is mined, one Bitcoin will be worth one Bitcoin. Are you starting to understand? Bitcoin's hard cap maximum supply gives it absolute scarcity, true scarcity. It is the only true finite resource in the entire world. The supply cannot be increased, no matter if the price increases all the way to 50 million per coin. Meanwhile, natural gas is often cited as an example of a good with a highly inelastic supply. If the price increases, demand stays approximately the same, and producers cannot supply more natural gas, at least in short order. Nonetheless, producers can eventually scale up the production. Bitcoin miners face a different arithmetic. That's right. Miners can't mine more Bitcoin. Miners also cannot mine Bitcoin faster as the price rises in order to make up for the increased demand. Bitcoin is hard programmed to reach 21 million coins by the year 2140 or so, based on mining algorithms, which cannot be changed. It's immutable, unlike the Ethereum blockchain where they can roll it all back. And as the rate of the new supply decreases, demand has generally steadily increased. Once the last Bitcoin is mined, miners will be motivated to secure the market in order to earn transactional fees. Therefore, the Bitcoin supply is non-responsive to a change in price. If the formula for calculating the price elasticity of supply is PES equals percentage change in QS, all this crazy math I'm going to pretend to even understand, it comes to 2140, meaning there will be 0 Bitcoins after that. That's all you need to know. Finite limited supply, hard cap 21 million. Buying Bitcoin, whereas Sat is asking to buy a concert ticket. Wait, let me rephrase that. Buying Bitcoin or a Satoshi is asking to buy a concert ticket for a sold-out show. There you go. Only the show is the new age, renaissance, and enlightenment. But there you have it, yo. Let me know regarding VanEck's predictions. Bullish is all hell, 52 milli. Let me know your thoughts surrounding Mikey Saylor's prediction and everything I just shared with you. Do you think we'll likely hit some of those targets? Holla at your boy. I'm going to read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. 1,500 people here, live and in the flesh. Appreciate y'all. A lot of people automatically dismiss e-currency as a lost cause because of all the companies that failed since the 1990s. I hope it is obvious we're certainly in controlled nature of those that doomed then. I think this is the first time we're trying to decentralize non-trust-based system Satoshi. How much lost Bitcoin? I would guesstimate 5-6 million lost and gone forever, Adam. That's my guess. My husband is going crazy with the Trump banners. Dankness, does that refer to the gold-based new private currencies? Why don't you sue them together and make a house cover? Bitcoin is a non-responsive for the same sentence. It's funny. Hello all. Shout out Heidi. Welcome to the stream. Usually the last week in December is when they pardon people, JV. Thank you for letting me know. That is the way they usually do it between Christmas and New Year's. So what do you guys think? Will the Biden administration pardon Bankman-Fried and Caroline Ellison? Let me know your thoughts. The combination made my funds bleed, JV, when he taught English in Asia. Precisely. 2010, broski. Time and Bitcoin are the only non-renewable resources. Knowledge is the only sustainable competitive advantage. Preach, Clifford. Shout out Jay Beasy. Thanks for the reminder. Nacho keys, nacho cheese. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod. So the YouTube stream is about to come to an end, family. If you're on the YouTube, head on over to the Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. We're going to continue for another hour uncensored. Welcome to the uncensored extended version of the pod. YouTube is ending right motherfucking now. So if you're on YouTube, again, head on over to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net and let's get ready to rumble.